studio. Thanks for joining us at Earth Heroes. This is one of 3 videos in our series specifically designed for men. This is a really interesting video because we're doing the extremities, which very rarely get used. So a lot of you guys are on your mobile phones or on a computer. A lot of you are gamers. So we get really tight forearms. So we need to figure that one out. We're going to do that. We're going to do one called toe stretch, which in my 20-year career hasn't gotten easier, but this will actually change the way you walk, and I'll explain that as well. And then we'll finish with some neck and shoulder stretch, okay? So we'll do toe stretch first, I think. So what you want to do is come onto your hands and knees. And Nadi, you might have to move, little guy. Maybe I'll just do this. This will be better. So you want to come onto your hands and knees and then tuck your toes. And reverse your butt back. Make a tight fist so the fingernails are deep inside the palms, and bring them close to your knees. So what we're trying to do is make it super easy to get into an advanced version, which may not happen today, guys. It's no big deal. So what we're trying to do is chase a stretch in the toes and also the arches of the feet. So this takes a bit of time. So for those of you that live in cities and wear shoes a lot, your arches tend to drop a little because they're not getting a feel for the earth. And then that weakness can ricochet right up through your legs. So the whole idea of toe stretch is to re-engage the arches, and so that our footprints in the sand aren't heel heavy, but they're more toe heavy. That's what we want. And if you dads, if you rub your newborns underside of the feet, they'll be able to grip, which is a primitive throwback. So we want to have that sort of engagement. Now with time, what will happen is that you'll be able to release your wrist and rest your hands on your thighs. And what we're doing is sending the torso weight, more of the torso weight through our butt into our heels and then into our toes. So for most of you, you'll stop here. You won't do anything more than that. And you don't need to. The whole idea is to feel a stretch. Now with time, you don't have to do this, but with time you'll be able to walk your hands up your thighs, which will send a full stretch into the undersides of the feet. And you'll see here, if I just show you quickly, that the balls of my toes are actually imprinted on the mat. That shows a good flexibility there. And since then, I've noticed that my arches have lifted. So eventually you'll get there, guys, but you've got to take your time with toe stretch, okay? How's your toes, Nani? They're pretty good. He's just a puppy. Now, if you want to increase the stretch, what you can do, shift your hips to the side, okay? And what that does is it increases the stretch on the big toe of the side you're moving away from, okay? So if you shift your hips to the right, you'll feel it more on your left. If you shift your hips to the left, you'll feel it more on your right big toe. This is very liberating, and for those of you that have seen any one of the other 2 videos, when you stretch joints and connective tissue this way, you bring blood to that area and nourishment, then production of hyaluronic acid, which lubricates the joint, which makes it a lot healthier. And as we age, our feet get a lot tighter. That's a good downward dog there. That's a good upward dog. And we all, if we do our hip video, we all want hips like this, with a nice and flexible. I like to talk a lot during toe stretch because it's a nice distraction from what you'll probably feel is really, really challenging. Little cute heart. Yeah, your toes are just fine. Just a few more breaths, guys. This takes some time. And by now, a lot of you will feel a transition just a little bit, not completely unfortunately, but just a little bit from the toes and into your arches of the feet. And that's really, really satisfying. So if your hands, You can use it as the hand, you'll start to feel it through here on the feet. It's really, really fabulous. Alright guys, we'll come out of it now. So come onto your hands and knees, and this tingles a little bit. We're just going to bang our feet. Give them a tap on the mat. So what we're going to do now is our forearms, and I find it really satisfying through here as well. We actually have a lot of grip strength that comes from the forearms, so we want to be able to liberate and stretch them, okay? So the way we do it is we come onto our hands and knees, and this is really tricky. What you want to do is flip the upper arm onto the mat, and then, and it's sometimes better not to look, it's better just to rotate the inside of the elbow so you can see it in front of you. A lot of people get stuck here, but what you want is this. And for those of you struggling, if you just sit on your heels, you can actually just do it like this, for those of you that are struggling, because that's actually all we're really doing. That's all we're doing. So it's a rotation, and to increase the stretch, we reverse the butt back. I think I just saw my cameraman do that. So where we want to feel it is through the forearm here, guys. This feels really, really satisfying. If you want to increase it, I know some of you guys like a challenge, try and push down on the thumb and the little finger. It's not as easy as you think. Just a few more breaths, guys, and soften the shoulder away from the ear. That tends to creep up. Beautiful. And then guys, sit on your heels. It's going to be easier. Sit on your heels and just rotate your hand a little. It's really full on, isn't it? Alright, we're going to do the other side. So the hand we just stretch is going to feel a bit funny because we've just stretched it. So we just flip it. Okay, we go from here to here, and then internal rotation and reverse the butt back. And if you can hear that sniffing, it's Nadi. He's very, very curious. He's the epitome of yoga, where we return to a sense of wholeness and a childlike enthusiasm. That's what it's all about. And a lot of you dads see that in your kids, and you probably wonder where that's all gone. Well, it's still there. You've just got a lot of responsibility, a lot of challenges, a lot of layers of tension, and we're here to release it for you. That's why we're here. Alright guys, and then sitting on your heels, do some circles. Alright, we're going to do the undersides of the wrists. So what we're actually doing is this. That's all we're doing, but we're going to do it on the mat. And I find this really satisfying. It's this cascading of relief. For those of you that drive, motorcycle riders will absolutely love this. You can do this before you ride. It'll make braking and gear changes a lot easier. A lot of strength. Good job guys, and then change. Well done. Now guys, you only need to do this video once a week because it's pretty intense. Give yourself a rub, you can give yourself a hug. Okay guys, so we've just done our wrists. We're going to go into some neck and shoulder stuff. So there's a few variations with cushion support. What you can do is put the cushion between your legs. A lot of guys like that just to lift your butt a little bit. But because you've got flexible feet and ankles, but you need a little bit of support, you can just lie it flat and then put the tops of the feet on. And this is actually how I meditate, by the way. I like this because the tops of the hips are in front of my sit bones, which keeps my back upright. So what you want to do is put your hand, the back of your hand, down your pants. I know it sounds a bit weird. And then not everyone can do this actually, so you can make do with what you can, and scissor grip the opposite ear. And drop both shoulders away from the ear. And you're just going to very gently pull. This is totally gravity fed. It's just a very gentle pull. And where we want to feel it is right through the beta scap, at the top line of the neck and shoulder there. And we don't have to do any more than this, guys. This is absolutely the most satisfying stretch. For those of you that work in an office environment, computer, for those of you that weight lift, this is very, very liberating. Remember, every exhale, the body releases. We've got thousands of strands of muscle fibre all just unraveling so close to the brain you can almost hear it. This is really, really satisfying. Gives you a beautiful long neck. And there's a lot of variation, so if you want to put all four fingers behind it, you rotate the nose towards the opposite armpit. This sends it from the beta scap to trapezius, or just more posteriorly, and it feels a little longer. And then you can experiment with drawing the chin towards the chest. Super satisfying. So just experiment with moving the head a little, guys, just to see if you can catch another strand of muscle that could find some liberation. So again, just shedding layers of tension to reveal your own magnificence. To come out, guys, just slide your hand down to the low ear and then put all the weight in the hand, not easy, and then push your head up. Beautiful. And then hands on your hips and then circles, and we'll do the other side, guys, and then we're done. You can do this, you can tune in to Earth Heroes on your computer at work and just watch this video every couple of hours just while you're at your desk. Will open things up for you. Remember, both shoulders drop away from the ear. And those two fingers in front of the ear, they can go behind us. Experimenting, guys. And some of you might like, just in your home practice, to go to the tight side first, and then the not so tight side, and then return back to the tight side until it's evened out. Beautiful, guys. Just a few more breaths. Slide your hand to the low ear and then push your head up. Good job, guys. Well done. You turned up. That's all that matters. If you can't do 20 minutes, do 10. If you can't do 10 minutes, just do 5. Yeah? We're always here for you guys. We're going to lie down and relax. This is the most important bit, just to chill out. You can lie down on the floor with your legs on your office chair. Hopefully no one will walk in. Back of the hands on the mat. And I might do a butterfly version just to open up my groin. And if you have the palms facing the ceiling, it opens up your upper chest so that you can breathe. So remember, it's all about the nervous system. We challenge the nervous system So in Savasana and tonight in your sleep, it'll become stronger. Just like a muscle, the process is a lot slower. And then you'll find yourself in your daily life where the real yoga begins. You're a lot calmer, you're a lot cooler, you're more patient, intuitive, empathic. And you're the perfect expression of your version of masculinity. That's why we're here, right? So you become a better dad, a better partner, a better husband, a better boss. Right guys, so you can stay lying down or come up for Namaste. Okay, thanks everyone, and we're always here for you, and have a beautiful day. Namaste.